Hey folks, Adam here, and welcome to the GameX review of Last Will by Lizard Factory. This eerie yet beautifully aesthetic game with its puzzle-style gameplay and horror-esque atmosphere is currently in beta. How far in beta? This far in beta. Random pause-related stuff goes here. Legend. The story follows you, a grandson of a recently passed deranged grandfather. You visit his mansion because pretty much everyone's mega pissed he didn't leave diddly shit for nobody in his will when the guy was comfortably well off. The core progression of the game is finding notes dotted throughout the various rooms and solving the associated puzzles. The opening room sets quite the example of this. As you start the game, you're met with this rather elegant scene. Paintings, winding staircases, a statue of a ripped dude. Hello! And then you spot the notes laying around in certain locations. One of these is a letter left by your attorney. I apologize for not receiving you in person. Yeah, I bet you're sorry. And another is left by your grandfather. If you do not solve them in a timely manner, charges across the cellars will ignite and this whole place burns to the ground. See, Grandad, this is why no one visited you. The rest of the scraps of paper lying around are related to the puzzle aspect of the game. They act as riddles. Again, using the first room as an example, beside each riddle was a panel of which had 4 slots, and each slot is assigned certain letters. The riddle must be answered using this panel, and when you get it right, it locks in place and plays a note of succession. So, for example, one was a riddle about a sensation and feeling. You go to the panel, play around with the letters to see what makes sense, and in this circumstance, the answer was pain. Yeah, this guy knows what I'm talking about. There's 3 of these puzzles to complete in the first round before a door is opened, allowing you to progress to the next room. Before we go any further, I want to paint this scene for you. This was still very early on in the game. The atmosphere was so tense and spoopy that I could have sworn this was a horror game first and a puzzle game second. So there I am, trying to solve this riddle. It's the last one of the first level, and I'm racking my brain trying to figure it out. Before... Nope. No, peace the f*** out. F*** you, Grandpa. Keep calm and think of the money. Not for all the divine Nutella in France. Adam wants out. Fortunately, I didn't lose my cool. And got right back into advancing the game. The puzzles do get very interesting, although I won't lie, 80% of the time I didn't know the answer and just kept twisting and pulling at shit until it clicked into place or opened a door. In fact, in one scenario, I entered a library. I literally just got to the top of a stairs to begin the puzzle, clicked the first book I saw, and then a door opened. So brain smart as me, right? Saying this, there are multiple doors and switches in this room, which may have potentially affected the path that I took, making each experience of the game relatively unique to the individual. The soundtrack to the game is present only every now and then and stays towards the back of what's actually going on, not taking your attention away from the riddle at hand. As regards to the mechanics of the game, I kind of found things out as I went. Obviously, being beta, not everything was covered, particularly the controls section. But after hitting everything on the keyboard as if I was supporting as Sona in a team fight, eventually I found the layout. One thing I particularly enjoyed was the sprint. Whoa, Jesus, this guy gets around. Whose grandfather is this, Usain Bolt's? Go me. This gave me far too much enjoyment, including in the final room when there were stairs that I had to ascend. Referring to the fact that once again this game is in beta, I could only go so far before the game prompted me with an alert of content still to come. In my short playtime, however, I really enjoyed this. Maybe it's because I just got a new PC and this was the first aesthetically pleasing game for me to load onto it, but it was really pleasant. Through progression, you learn more about your grandfather and realize the guy was a genius. Having dinners with important persons, discovering new research methods and interesting scientific breakthroughs, screwing with relations, your old granddad did it all. And this game acts as a creepy yet insightful journey into a man's psyche. I won't go too much more to detail about this in case you'd like to pick it up for yourself. Speaking of which, the game is currently not available for purchase at the moment. However, it is due to be released, I presume, still in its beta form later this month. There's a lot of heart to this game and a lot of thought gone into it. If it seems like it could be for you, by all means head over on Steam and support the development. Personally, I'd like to see more of what this game has to offer, and I'll be keeping a close eye on it. As a side note, there is an online multiplayer mode where you compete against time for leaderboard placements and much more single player levels still to come. Thanks for watching this review, folks. If you'd like to see more of our videos and or subscribe, click the annotations. Don't forget to check out our alpha website GameX.io, a next generation game recommendation website unlike any other. Sign up today and maybe discover the next big game for you. Love.